Hello, everybody. So everybody's going crazy because Trump invited the Taliban to come and meet with him at Camp David. And there's 2 points that people seem to be making. And one is that this is very close to an anniversary of 9/11. And that's somehow disrespectful to meet with the Taliban at Camp David and announce it, kind of right before such an anniversary. But I don't think that's disrespectful. I mean, it's what, the 18th anniversary or something like that? Yeah. So there have been 17 anniversaries since the attack. What is that? 2001? Yes. Yeah, so it's 18. Yeah. And so, there's been 17 anniversaries. This is not like the first anniversary or something like that. So I don't know. I guess that's sort of an opinion thing. How does it make you feel? So you can't really argue with it. You can't really argue for or against in sort of a objective way. The second is meeting at Camp David, and this is seen as, I guess, Trump meeting with terrorists. The Taliban has definitely at least become more terroristic, but then ISIS scared the hell out of them, I think. They've been fighting ISIS actually, and some of our forces in the region in some parts of Afghanistan have actually, I guess from what I've read, been working with the Taliban for at least about a year, something like that at least. I think a little longer than that. But so anyways, so we have been working with them on the ground in some capacity, particularly to defeat ISIS in areas where the local Taliban, I guess, don't like ISIS and are apparently kind of terrified of them because they're insane. Not that the Taliban isn't, but they're crazier than the Taliban, according to the Taliban. So they want to come to the table, apparently, and ISIS is actually a part of that when they came into Afghanistan with their foreign jihadis and so forth. And the Taliban has gotten more and more warm to working with America. And so this meeting is, sort of a long time in coming. This is not, this is not something brand new. This has been in the works, just considering that we have been working with some sects, we'll say, of local Taliban people, which are somewhat, in some areas, indistinguishable from everybody else, sort of, because they're all basically Taliban, let's say, in that sense, or religiously, or formerly politically, or currently politically. But yeah, this has been a long time in coming. So I don't know if the announcement on this date, and then the Camp David thing, people are freaking out because, oh, it's at Camp David. Well, Yasser Arafat met there, with the Israelis and so forth. How many times? How many times we're going to have Middle East peace and peace between Israel and Palestine, and they met at Camp David, and early on it was Yasser Arafat who ran a terrorist organization at the time, who was a terrorist for sure, and hijacked airplanes and stuff and did all sorts of things, killed people, bombs and things. And so yeah, I mean, yeah, it just doesn't make a lot of sense to say, oh, well, the Taliban coming to Camp David. Yeah, well, Yasser Arafat, come on. So then everybody flips out, and Trump goes and cancels the meeting. And so we've wasted a lot of time, apparently. Hopefully not. Hopefully that, maybe in a few months when it's a little further from the date itself and all of that, and that was one of the criticisms, like I said, maybe there can be some sort of meeting or something that can maybe bring an end to this war finally after 18 years. So yeah, I mean, we need to get out of Afghanistan. We're gonna have to deal with at least the former Taliban people, the people that have been and are now Taliban, because they're still going to be there when we leave. And so the only way to get to a peace is to actually get to a peace with the enemy. And then, all these supposed liberals and so forth that should be against, endless wars and trillions of dollars and so forth in debt spending for them, building more military industrial complex and solidifying more of it. Yeah, so, but they're for it, and they're against coming to an actual peace with the enemy. You have to talk to the enemy, unless you kill them all, but we're not going to just kill everyone. There's a lot of people we're talking about here, and they're not all, necessarily fighters, and even if they are, they've got, wives and families and stuff. I mean, you're going to kill them all, or... That's tens and tens of thousands of people you're talking about. So, no, the only way to get out in a way that is beneficial and something that looks like a win there is going to have to deal with the, hopefully at that point, former enemy. There's no way around it. It was bad timing. I'll suggest that. It definitely was. But I think it needs to be done. I think we need to get out, and we need to figure it out as soon as possible. It's been too long. We don't have that urgency now. It's been 18 years. There's not that urgency. Get out. But we need to feel that urgency again and think about that, because when are we going to get out? Yeah. All right. Well, talk to you later.